Another naked lady statue.
It's a prototype.
That means you have to send it back, right?
Hey guys, it's DT. Welcome back to the channel. I've got something really cool to show you guys. Today we are taking a look at the prototype for this custom quarter scale Savage Land Rogue. This piece is going up for pre-order very soon, so if you're looking for a quarter scale museum style Savage Land Rogue, this might be your chance. This one comes from one of my favorite custom groups. They also did this She-Hulk, this Red She-Hulk, this Spider-Girl, this Warbird, this Black Widow, this Wasp, and this Wolverine. And as their track record shows, they do an amazing job when it comes to female sculpts. So this is their first female X-Men statue, so I'm really excited to check it out. It's kind of in the style of the 90s Jim Lee Rogue. I'll tell you guys how you can get your own at the end of the video, but without further ado, let's take a look at this thing up close. Okay, so here's a look at the base. All the pieces from this group have a very similar sub base. We have this circular black base with the silver stripes. We also have the team affiliation right here in the front. This one's a little bit unique because, as you can see, it has these plants that go on to the sub base. Here we have a little, looks like a little gecko holding on to one of the branches. Very cool, nice and colorful. Fits in very well with all the other pieces from this group. Nice to see some consistency. But look at the little ivy and vines, branches here. That all stems from this more environmental base up here on top. We got kind of this rocky platform that she stands on, all this green moss. There are some places here where we can insert some additional plants. Here are some other keys up here. I'm guessing rogue keys in there. I've been told that the keys are going to change. They wanted to do some modifications to the engineering. It shouldn't affect the appearance of the statue. Any changes are to improve the piece. Really cool looking base. I like the nice pops of color here. It's not just a plain museum style base. We actually have some environment to help tell the story. It's not very big, doesn't have a huge footprint. So we'll put the base on the turntable. Right now, this is the prototype, so no sticker on the bottom. It's got some good weight to it. So next up we have her body. Look at this. This group always comes through when it comes to female sculpts. The bodies are always impeccable. Very well-toned body, not overly muscular. It's very curvaceous. So up here, we've got some nice shoulders. We've got the necklace here with the teeth on her chest. We've got the green kind of ripped up undergarments and then the ripped up yellow suit. The yellow portion is nice and glossy, which contrasts against this green portion here. Very nice sculpt. You can see all the little folds in the material, the little rips and tears. Pretty cool. Here's a look at her back. Again, not overly muscular. And then her arms key in right there and over here. Down here we can see the little straps, her little bikini. She's got a little knife. Look at the details on the handle there. Got a little pouch, some more teeth. She's got some more bones and trinkets on her thighs. And then we've got this almost like a leaf-like bikini. Down here we've got some material on her leg, green on the right leg, yellow on the left. And you can see how it's tied so tightly that it kind of makes an indentation on her thighs. Commissioner pointed out to me that there are some very slight little gaps here that are on this prototype that won't be in the production piece. That's something they have already corrected. So you can kind of see the very slight gap there. That'll be resolved. But nice musculature on the quads, the knees, and then down here, she's kind of got these Peter Pan, kind of Tinkerbell type shoes with the little straps. Then she has a key and peg over here on her right foot. Very nice body, as we've come to expect. When it comes to quarter scale female museum style statues, this is my go-to group. All the pieces they've put out so far have been pretty amazing. So her foot is gonna key in right here. Just like that. Looks really nice. We get one portrait with this piece, and it is a beauty. Look at that. Very subtle makeup and contouring. Looks really good. Some big, luscious lips. And then check out this hair. So she's got the full skunk, as they call it, going all the way down the back. Nice stripe, darker hair on the sides. Another thing the commissioner pointed out was this seam here, and he said that will be resolved in production as well. The piece that will be sent out to customers won't have this visible gap, although it's not that bad, especially if you look at it from this angle. The paint also will be done by a professional painter. The paint on these prototypes are pretty much identical to the paint on the production pieces from what I've seen. And this group also does a fantastic job with hair. You can see every little strand here. Some of them even come off of the portrait itself and are a little bit flexible. See, like this piece right here. It's not all just mushed together. All these little curls are separate. Her head just attaches up here. We get a couple of hands and arms. Here is the right arm, which is a little bit longer, connects up here. We got the material wraps on her hands. Some very subtle color on the nails. Here's a look at the left hand. This one connects at the forearm. A little bit more wrapping on this hand, but some great details in there. Look at that. The right arm goes up here, left arm like that. The pose right now might look a little funny because we are actually going to add the spear in a bit, but I believe that's the last step. So let's go ahead and take a look at this other stuff. We got this piece right here. I guess some dino bones with some greenery underneath, kind of some moss growing on it, petrified dino bones. And the bones just key in right here, very seamlessly. Then we have a bunch of plants. So these are kind of your typical maybe plastic plants. I'm not sure if they actually made these for this statue or if these are maybe something that you can get for your aquarium. I'll have to check with the commissioner, but it's your standard artificial plant that you would use for an aquarium or terrarium. So very durable. You don't have to worry about them breaking. So you get 3 of these kind of big bushes and then 3 of these smaller two-tone yellow and green plants. Those might go well with the Rogue's color scheme. To figure out where to put these, let's go ahead and stick this one up here like that. Stick this one over here. Some of these have longer stems. There we go. This one goes on the back side. Just like that. Looks like there's a hole right up here for this guy. These little ones kind of just grow out of the cracks. And then finally, the last piece of our statue is this big spear. Here we can see kind of that spear tip made out of stone. Nice wood grain texture and color going all the way down. And this one, I was told, just kind of slides in underneath the hair as the last step. There's a little space there where it can fit. Then we have to move her hand slightly just to allow it to pass by. And there we go. So let's give her a spin on the turntable, give you guys a closer look. All right, guys, what do you think? Pretty awesome. I think this one has a lot going for it. Let's start off here with the base. Museum style circular base. I love the addition of all these overgrown plants. Gives the piece some nice character while staying true and consistent to the line. I love all the plants and tree branches kind of growing out of this rocky base. It ties in nicely with the branches as well as this kind of green moss that's growing on the rock. You got these smaller plants kind of growing out of the cracks. The base has a very prehistoric feel to it. Of course, these dinosaur bones kind of help with that as well. Love the little gecko or chameleon back here. Adds a nice pop of color to the rear of the statue, even though you're probably not going to see him unless you walk around to the side or back. Moving on to Rogue herself, like I mentioned before, this group does a fantastic job with the female sculpts, the female anatomy, just the right amount of musculature. I love all the little details in here with the bones and the teeth. She's got a nice skin tone, not too white, not too orangey, with a hint of shading around the midsection and the arms to accentuate that muscle tone. Very nice arch to the back, a little beveled pose. I love the treatment of the costume as well. The contrast between the matte and glossy finish and how it looks like it's different material. I love the way this yellow piece kind of stretches over her arm. Some great detail on that knife and pouch. And then of course we have the awesome portrait. She's kind of got sort of a neutral expression going on here. As her pose would suggest, she's not really in fighting mode. She's not in danger. She's kind of just chilling out. But love the green headband. Like I mentioned, the hair is amazing. So I guess the design display angle would be to have this thing directly in front, which would be something like this. This one looks pretty good all the way around. So as I mentioned, they are going to be fixing some of the minor fitment issues that you have to look up really close to even see. So the production piece is going to be even better than this one, which is kind of hard to imagine. If you are interested in pre-ordering this beauty, make sure to send me a message over on Facebook, DTTube, and I will send you in the right direction. The pre-order should be coming up pretty soon, so don't wait around. I have a feeling this one is going to sell out. As always, let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you guys next time.